Welcome back to my channel. This is Ellen Red. If you guys aren't following me, please like and subscribe. I'm coming on to look over and talk over electric wars, negative aliens, and AI, and how it's really interfering with our ascension process. And really, that's been its design. And essentially, it's even happened in other planetary systems where other planetary systems have been taken down with AI. AI is actually a fourth dimensional negative alien technology that can be used as a vacuum essentially for the soul. And it's basically a black hole technology too. So as you're seeing, a lot of people are sitting on their phone and they're just looking into it and sort of dumbed down is because they're being harvested spiritually. And so we need to talk about this as a collective because all of us are using it. And it's a great way, it's been a great way for us to connect, especially light workers and star seeds that we're connecting all over the world now. And we're able to help support each other and go through this ascension process by using technology. But I've been shown over many, many years, and those that have been following me, you guys have heard me talk about this lots and lots of times, that it's actually allowing the harvesting of souls through Omicron beings, which are basically draconian beings, but there's also the Nephilim and the Anunnakis. And Anunnakis essentially are who designed, or Enki is who designed negative alien, or I'm sorry, who designed our technology, our AI systems, even in worlds long before Earth. So we're really dealing with a little bit of a conflict here of morality in the world in terms of how we're using our technology at this time. And those of you that know me as a twin flame also know that my twin flame doesn't show up on the internet because he has absolutely doesn't use internet any longer. He did years ago, but he and I became aware of the beast system, essentially, is what it's called. And we became aware of this in 2011. And yet I was called to go forward and to come out and be the mouthpiece to try to assist humanity. And he stood in the background because he goes in the 4D and helps to protect and battle for me from these demonic entities, because they are very, very real. They're also what would have been called the jinn. There's lots of names for them essentially, but there are lots and lots of demonic entities out there. And essentially, they are using lots of different means to access the soul. But the purpose of the AI is to cause, well, there's lots of purposes, but one of them is to cause mind control programs that can implant negative alien implants into you. And also it can cause, demonic possession and all kinds of other things. And those that are in my Patreon community or my workshops have heard me talk about this before, that you need to make sure you're using shields, and you need to also make sure that you're getting grounded in earth, and you need to really be in control of how much time and energy you're using to get onto the internet or television or whatever, and you give yourself a little bit of time, get in and get out. Now, for those of us like myself that are out in the forefront doing a lot of ascension teachings, it's hard because we're working with so many people and we're trying to help. But I've personally been guided to take a lot of that work private for a lot of reasons. And I'm also very strongly guided now to start doing channelings and things in person and going around in the grids around the world to do the work there, so that we're pulling in our frequency and our DNA together and activating codes in our true crystalline blueprint, which we need to come together for in the physical world. We have what's called energy transference. And so when we are meeting in person and we're out of the AI system or the beast system and we're coming together, we're transferring our codes. So lots and lots of souls are maybe called to one type of channeling or another type of channeling or whatnot, partially because of your DNA codes that you have and the state of frequency that you're in. So if you're in a certain frequency, you're maybe going to be called to a certain channeling because it's resonant with you, or it's part of you heard the call in the spirit world. So there's that aspect as well. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go through so many things here to get you guys this information. It's concerning because I know for myself, I've had lots of demons trying to access me because of the work I do online. So I have to be really, really, really protective of my energy. And I'm being very strongly guided, like my twin flame and like others, that, you know, getting off of the internet as much as possible is going to need to be the way that I move forward with a lot of my work. Just so that I'm not getting accessed and jeopardizing my energy in this process of trying to assist the others in this work. So it's a fine line of trying to help everybody else get through the ascension portal. Those of us that got through into the 15th dimensional reality and have been sent back to assist humanity. And we're here to help, but it's a fine line of not getting yourself jeopardized in the process with the AI technology. And so I'm guided to share this with everybody, because any of you that are doing this work, you're really going to need to protect yourselves and limit your time there. And for me personally, as I've mentioned in lots of other videos and work that I've done before, these beings, they are basically trying to hijack the ascension codes through AI. So they're not only are they implanting you with corrupted negative alien implants and other types of technologies, mind control programs, and even phantom memories through technology, but they're also distorting and scrambling your codes through technology as well. And in addition to that, they are seeking to get the ascension codes from those of us that are in the light, that are trying to share forward the information so that they can corrupt and hijack those pathways and those portals and those stargates. And so it's really, 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 because, and by the way, why they do that is because they don't have the frequency to get through those stargates. And so they are trying to figure out how to do that. And of course, bring in their negative agenda along with them. And that's very distorted. So I've been guided that it's really important to watch even the things that I'm sharing in the public domain this way through AI for that reason. And not just for this generation, but for the future of the entire planet, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. These beings that we're talking about here are beings that have actually altered the axis of the earth and put black holes in the sun and created black holes in the universe and wormholes and all kinds of other horrible technologies to invert our capacity to go through the ascension gates in the higher realms and throughout the universe. So these are very skilled beings who exist outside of the 3D reality, and yet they're very present in our world in lots of different ways. The beast system itself, or the AI system itself, is also part of the transhuman agenda. And so it's really harvesting the souls themselves and turning them into basically zombies. And a lot of you guys are aware of this and some of you aren't, but I really am guided to help you guys just remember now that we as a collective need to start coming back together in our own world and in our cities and in our communities, and traveling to see each other, whatever it takes, to get back into the organic blueprint, the crystalline blueprint of actual true organic connection. Because again, there's a transference of energy, which means that we're swapping codes with each other when we come together to assist and activate even more light within one another. And we're trying to use the AI system to do that as far as light work and star seeds that are way showers here, but unfortunately it's getting to the point where it's spinning us out of control a lot, and we need to begin to reverse that process. And so we really need to begin to start meeting up in the physical world and pulling ourselves out of the AI system more and more. And I know that's hard for all of us because this is where we connect and this is how we're getting the messages out to everybody. But it's also basically we're essentially walking right into the same beast system that caused the fall in other civilizations on other planetary systems. So not to be a Debbie Downer and not to, have you be afraid of things, but just to understand that you need to be conscious about how you're managing your energy when you're working with any form of technology, whether it be your cell phone, your computer, your cameras, your Facebooks, Twitters, YouTube, Instagram, TikToks, etc. We're not just dealing with government spies, if you will. We're dealing with Satan, essentially, and demons. And they can and do access you through technology. And I know because it's happened to me multiple times. And me and my twin flame have been in the 4D battling demons, essentially. And part of how they have tried to access us, particularly through me, because I'm the one that's in the forefront doing this work while he's in the background keeping a very conscious eye on what's happening. It still has caused jeopardy to my soul energy. And so I've had to become more and more and more careful about it, but I'm being guided to be way more careful about it now, and that we need to start doing things offline, essentially. So I am personally going to be offering a lot of things in person in the next few years, and pulling back my energy offline as much as I'm guided to. I'll still be trying to present things to you guys, but unfortunately, it is we're in this place where if we really, really want to reset the codes and get back to our crystalline blueprint, we really have to do that in our own communities and around the world in a natural, organic way. And the more that we feed into the beast system, the more that we fall. And it's not just about all the time and energy that you spend on the internet. It's not just about, all of your consciousness. It's everything. It's your soul energy, your consciousness, your mind, your life, your livelihood, your everything. So it's and not just in this life either. I hope that this helps you guys. I would ask please to like, subscribe, and share this video out to others if you think that it was helpful. And again, I think that it's really important that we start figuring out ways that we can start coming together. I do have a group on Facebook that I've been trying to start, but Facebook made it to where I can only invite 20 people a day. But some grid worker groups, I can put the link in this video if you guys want to join, because what we're going to start doing with that is we're going to start linking people to other people in each city. So if you live in Tokyo, you can just type in Tokyo and find out who lives there and connect to them directly in the flesh and in your community. And that way we have a means to begin to go back into the organic blueprint with the grid work that we're going to be doing in terms of coming together on the grids in different points of attraction throughout the earth plane and the planetary grid. So I will link that in this video, but also yeah. So if you guys have suggestions of how you think that we can begin to reverse this situation, feel free to let me know. And again, we can also cover that in that group, where we can start to come together and find each other in each city so that we know how to connect and who to connect with when we get somewhere. If we're traveling somewhere, we can connect together in the flesh and do the transference of energy and activate each other's codes and pull ourselves out of this beast system. I know this is a huge call to all of you and to myself too. It's big footsteps that we're being asked to walk in to learn how to shift out of this technological reality that we're living in. And I highly doubt that a lot of people are going to want to go forward with what I'm talking about, except for the ones that are truly resonant with what I'm saying. But unfortunately, other systems have fallen because of it, and it really is, in essence, the beast. It's Satan, and um, it is harvesting the souls, and it's also hijacking our consciousness, and it's pulling us out of our blueprint of divine life on earth. So it's a big call, because it's a big job that we have to do to start overcoming that and reconnecting to each other in the real world, and becoming more reliant on our divine intuitive abilities to connect as human beings. Anyway, I hope that helped, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Namaste.